Let me keep on continuing now. So, moving on to the whole stuff, you know what I mean. We are now also passing another new station, which has also recently been added to the Brighton main line, which is going to be Streatham Common. Streatham Common, is actually, well, of course, nearest to Norbury. And Norbury is a terminus and sometimes a passing loop, but there is no passing loop at Norbury. And if there was a passing loop, imagine what would have happened with that station. Look at my train passing, by the way. Right, let's coast for a little while before we get to East Croydon. So, after putting my throttle off and coasting, we are now passing my favourite station, Streatham Common. A little bit of the glitches if you're not ever heard of that. At platform 1, I think there is a bug at the back end of the platform, which is coaches 8 and coaches 8 to 3. They're not working properly because you had to climb up. Right, enough of the bug glitches. Look at that great rise of, look at that. It's just great. We are now also passing Norbury, which is also our next station. Let's add a little bit of speed before I show you. This is Norbury as well, also on the Brighton main line, on the BML. So, yeah, it should have been a nicer station, but it should have been decorative and also colourful too. Right. We also should be passing Thornton Heath, and that station was one of my videos which I did also create on the London Transport 325 video. If you want to watch that, click the link on the top right hand corner. We'll be there right now. That station I've already previously went to is also one of my videos which I made on my London Transport 325 YouTube video. So that was the one platform which I entered. That was platform 1 when I entered from London Bridge, but when I went to platform 2, we went back to London Bridge all over again. So remember to click the link on the top right hand corner if you want to watch it again. So, moving on to the next station, which is a video I haven't done ever before. Maybe because I haven't done a video ever before, which is this station right here after the last station that we went to behind my train. So this one is, if you can have a look at the letters, if you can, that one. Yeah, that station hasn't been even filmed over the last years or two. So, moving on to our next station in about 3/4 of a mile away, about, I don't know how many miles from London Victoria, or London Cannon Street. So, our next station is going to be East Croydon, which is our next station, and then after that it's going to be Purley Oaks, and then Red Hill, and then Oldswood, and then Hawley, and then Gatwick Airport, and then back up to London Victoria. But I will end at Gatwick Airport specifically to end the video at Gatwick Airport. I can only go as far as that. and then switch driver cabs and then go up to another bit. So remember to click the button, remember to subscribe, all that stuff. We need to get to a maximum of 500 subs. So remember to subscribe, like, commentate to your friends, and also remind me to hype and leaderboard this video and other videos on my YouTube as well. So remember to do that. So, now arrived at East Croydon. Next station is Purley Oaks. By the way, only about 1 to 3 passengers have went on. Maybe even 8 or 9, but a lot of people are coming on. You can see that girl there with the baggage, she's also going on to Gatwick. Let me do something to recreate the immersion of a dispatcher. Just get my whistle out and then do it. Alright. Departing platform 3, the A28 towards Gatwick Airport. Stand clear of the doors, please. Well, that didn't be long. Alright, now to our next station, Purley Oaks. Purley Oaks is our next station that we are, yes, going to. I don't know why I'm in an emergency, not brake, but a emergency power when I go up to like 3 on the white outline, or maybe 4 or 5. So let me follow this. Alright, let me continue instead of opening the doors and in confusion. Why did it just ask us Red Hill? Yeah, I didn't even put the destination. It was supposed to be Gatwick Airport, not Red Hill. Let me say that all over again. Yeah, it clearly asks Red Hill instead of Gatwick Airport, which is worse. Even worse than a cup of tea. So, next station, Purley Oaks. We are going to one of the platforms which the trains always pass through, but they shouldn't be stopping there, because these both platforms that you can have a look on the live map are actually passing platforms. None of the trains stop, which is confusing, to be honest. But platforms 3 and 4, they also cater for trains going to Caterham, Tatnam Corner, Reigate, London Bridge and London Victoria. Thank God I know my train expert skills. By the way, these two platforms 1, 2, 2, are passing platforms, which we are going to be stopping. I should have stopped in platforms 3 and 4. If I stopped in one of those, yes, it would have been better, but no, it wouldn't be better to stop even in the B platform outside Pearly Oaks anyway, but enough of that talk anyway, because we are also going to be passing the main station, Pearly, as well. And we are going to be going straight down to Pearly, not calling at Coulsdon and all other stations. Alright, we are now stopping here. Don't know why I've gone over the speed limit, but it doesn't matter. I think that's very fast. I think that's very fast, you know. I think we do need to continue a little bit down the tracks, because the other ones, this coach and the BR143, which is the other carriage train, is still stuck, and I can't have it being stuck in there. So I'm going to move it a little bit forward, because I'm going to move the train a little bit of a few meters, so it can constitute for the other passengers who are getting off at Pearly Oaks. So wait a sec. Okay, I think that's a good time to stop the train here. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Always stop when your door passes the last minute. Right, a bunch of people, according to these people, are getting on my train at the first door, but they're going off at every single available door. So I think that's good, and it does constipate for every single person who are on platform 2, which is constipating on this number here. That is the lettering for Pearly Oaks, and then PIS in Pearly Oaks, which is the arrival time, the destination, and the expected on time date. Well, on the expected on time hour. Right, I think we should be going then. I think we are always moving slowly. Slow as a snail, then we get through. So Pearly Oaks and Red Hill, that's what it asks. And then it asks us, and then it continues. Well, I think this is working properly. BR143 is coming. So in total we have got 8 miles according to our stop at location point up in the top left hand corner. We've only got in total 8 miles left to go until we get to Red Hill. So we're going to pass Pearly, Coulsdon, Merstham, and then we approach Red Hill. We are going to be going at platform 3, which is the SE, the SE trains that go up to London, Victoria. Sometimes they go back up to Cannon Street, and sometimes they go up down to Dover Priory, Ashford International, and then sometimes maybe down to Reigate. We'll also be passing AI stations along this route, obstruct a track between Pearly and Red Hill. The non-playable services like Reedham, Woodmansterne and the Coulsdon Town branch towards Tatnam Corner. You can't do that because you had to get TrainSim Classic or TrainSim World add-ons or packs that let you go there, and if you want to explore them, it's on your mind. Yes, you can, but you can't do it in the planner. That's very, very unique. But you can also have a look at them when you also, yes, pass them. So, we are now passing Reedham to our right here, and now that is Reedham Station. that is also another uncalled for station, which is not advertised. That there is Reading, and we are also, this is a splendid track of ought to be meetings, and we are also going why are we not going into forward mode? Right, and then this track of line that goes to Coulsdon Town, it responds to us, and then it branches off towards Coulsdon Town and like a spurring northwest, now a northwesterly direction going towards Coulsdon Town. We've already passed it, so I think it's very quick when you go around 80. By the way, we are also passing the playable stations like Coulsdon, which is down here, which we are going to be passing right now at like 80 miles per hour or a little bit. We are also going to be passing Merstham as well. So Merstham is actually very far because you also go through the magnificent and very, very long, which I absolutely hate, Merstham Tunnel. Merstham Tunnel is actually one of those tunnels which I actually hate. I do not like it, and it's not good. The Quarry Tunnel, the Red Hill speeding up line between London Victoria and Brighton and Gatwick Airport and Red Hill is a much better way to relax, instead of going through the Merstham Tunnel on the slow line, which I'm already going on now, which is if you're passing at like 90 miles per hour, or in that case, I am not going to lie, that is a little bit splendid, but we are bumping just like a 142 pacer. Well, the good old ones. By the way, we are also going to Coulsdon Tunnel, so the line goes through this tunnel with an X on them, because to come past you have to go like this way throughout the whole thing and then get back in the Quarry Tunnel. The Quarry Tunnel is super not that much, but when you get into the Merstham Tunnel, it's where things get very bad of luckier. You just get stuck, and it doesn't constitute for the very bad branding. And then 3, 2, 1, bang, we are now into Merstham Tunnel. Merstham Tunnel is actually very longer, by the way, and if you hadn't ever had this, there are a little bit of the websites that actually do constitute for the Merstham Tunnel as well. 90 miles per hour is actually like, yes, we are reaching that speed, but why do we go just 1 mile per hour extra and not staying at 90? It's a little bit useless, actually. But when we get to Gatwick Airport, for the last reminder, when we get to Gatwick Airport, I will stop the video and then keep on continuing without it. But I will also have a look on the video if there are any views on the live stream, which I've already posted. I did not post a post before the live stream, which is, well, 1 day earlier on the 23rd, which I forgot to do, and if I did it, then yes. By the way, we're passing through the absolutely green terraced up line of Merstham Station. Merstham Station is between the stations Coulsdon and Red Hill. By the way, it's a very, very long, not very long, it is actually 1.8 miles away from Merstham to Red Hill, which is on the slow lines between here and Reigate. Reigate is a station which I always go to every single day in Trenton-Wold, and I love it. But a little bit of crashes are still not worthful. So, 90 miles per hour, not our speed, because we gotta go speed down a little. But actually, we are going to be stopping at platform 3, so that actually means to us that we do need to 100% arrive at our closed platform. little bit of a, I don't know what you call that, some depot reversible area there, maybe for freight trains, but I might do some freight train stuff in the Brighton Main Line today, but without doing the video, then yeah. Wait, I think we are arriving on the slow line bit, aren't we? Wait, yeah, we are. No way. Right, I think we are on the slow line. We are not on that platform over there, which is like platform 1. No, platform 2. We are not on that platform. No way. Right. We're now arriving at Red Hill. So we don't get my door next to a hole again. Okay, no we didn't. Good. Right. The doors are opening smoothly. Now some people are going out of the train at Red Hill to constitute to their next train, which I do not have a 166, which is so bad, in fact, because now I need to make a new area for the class 166 or the 153 to go to from like platform 1A and 1B, and if that did happen, then yes, I would have been happy with that, but no, not today I think. Right, I think let's get on. Let's get back on because I have no idea why I'm wasting my time here. And now back inside the cab. So, red light, 25 miles per hour, let's go. But first of all, I need to access the AFB indicator. And you know what that means? It's AFB time. And that means 40 kilometers per hour is actually equivalent to 25 miles per hour. Yes, I got that right, so you stoners don't need to. So, let's get started with the whole thing. Okay, wait until it speeds up a little bit, then pull it off. Always use square and down stick to operate it. And then when you get to 15, go off it. Okay, that's good. Now we go up a little bit. Look at those bumps. Those are ASMR, isn't it? Comment down below if you heard them. How many times do I do in this footage? Remind me how many you've heard. My guess was 18. Put your predictions in the comments below. So, in 900 yards, we will now arrive at our next station, or in that case, destination, which I will not put my throttle in minimum for, which is Earlswood. Earlswood is actually a station which I use off video. I always use it for the class 377s, which go from Earlswood to Red Hill, and Red Hill to Reigate, and Reigate back up to Victoria. But for this time, we'll be using nothing but 146. Well, I don't know what you say, but there's nothing but that. I love when you had to literally stand at the platform and literally wait for your train like that. But you had to get off the train the minute you get off, and then you had to wait this way. Then when the passengers get off, then you get on, you open the door, then you open the door again, close it, which is from here, and then after that, get into where you want to, well, be in. But I like it when you be in the cab. But if you like being in the cab, or the driver's seat, or in the passenger area, then feel free to also make some comments in the comments below. I don't know if it's time to go yet, but I'll have a look. Seriously, are you kidding? Wait, no way! Right, I think we can move. What the hell just happened? Why did our main circuit breaker not close? What's happened? Oh yeah, no way! It just did bang twice. Bang. Bang. Twice. And then after that, bang. The minute afterwards, it turned back on again. Thank God. But why did I put the main circuit breaker inside towards open? That was a little bit of a very bad intake, but feel free to banter me in the comments below then. Okay, not again. Okay. No idea. Let me hear that again. I don't know why it's not moving. I think I need to use a different train, but I think I'll do that later. So, guys, thank you guys for watching this very great video between Clapham Junction and Hawley, and I'll be with you later in the next video where I will continue my trip between Hawley and Gatwick Airport, but this time in free roam by using another new train, the Class 377 Electrostar, but in the East Coast Way livery, and I will trust you, this will be great fun this time. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will be with you in the next video tomorrow. Have a lovely half term, everyone, and